just go in there and even though we don't do it, just submit it just so it's marked off?
That's a good question. So for the chem chart, I had a lot of people asking about this. I'm actually going to go in here and say that there's no need for a submission. I'm just going to fix that right now so we can just get that out of the way because I think that's confusing people. I'm going to physically take that up. There is just and actually I'm not going to change it because it's going to take away the template. There is going to be, I'll physically take that up. That template is just there. If you want to go ahead and open up the template and hit submit on the template, the blank template, that's fine. So that'll take care of your check mark needed. But as far as the chem chart that I gave you all yesterday, just hold on to it. We'll be looking at that and referencing that as we go through. The only ones we've done are 14 and 15, which is polytheistic and monotheistic. If you want to work ahead and you're excited about it and you want to get it done and so on and so forth, you can do that. But it's not required at this point. It's not due until the end of the week, okay? And then for this A group that's here right now, I'll take that up whenever you're back next week, okay? So if you want to just off your to-do list, go ahead and open up the digital version and hit submit if that's how you do things and you want to get it off your to-do list in Echo. All right, otherwise, you all should have spent the first few minutes updating your Google Keep. That will kind of be a regular event every day in this class, just updating that Google Keep, keeping that part of your class. And we're already 4 or 5 minutes in as I've done attendance and things. You should have done that. So we're going to go into No Red Ink, Fanboys practice. Now, I was talking with Miss Stockdale, and we were reflecting on how you all are doing. We're noticing that there are some misunderstandings or some gaps in understanding when it comes to grammar, especially parts of speech. So we're going to try something a little different today. And I have a group of students that have either finished the practice for No Red Ink or got a 90 or better on the diagnostic. So I'm going to try to do a breakout group for that group. So I haven't done this before, so give me a second to mess with it. So that is not what I want. Oh, thank you. I was like, where is it? So bear with me here, and if you are, there we go. That's what I want. One room. Oh, the most I can have is 2 rooms. Least I can have is 2 rooms. Can you all put yourself in a room, or do I have to put you in a room? Anyway, I have to put you in the room? Okay. So Chloe in the room. And the other students are actually in this class. So I'm going to let those people that I put in breakout room 1, I'm going to let you all go and work in there. Now you all can, since you all are all done with No Red Ink for this practice or you test it out, and I have some of y'all in the class that are in that position, and you can just kind of mentally check out and go and work on the news or other assignments, so on and so forth. But if you are not being put in this breakout room, or if you don't have a 90, you don't have a 90 or higher on the diagnostic, or haven't done a majority of your practices, I'm keeping you out of that room. So if you're in the breakout room or you're sitting here and you've done those things, then you're kind of watching the news, continuing to finalize your No Red Ink, so on and so forth. So I'm going to open those rooms and see what that looks like. So I'm in the main call still. So I'm going to go and check on that breakout room just to see how that went. Otherwise, if you're in the main call, I want you to go to No Red Ink folder in Echo and open up the Fanboys section and take a look at that. I'll be right back. Okay, so I jumped to the other breakout room. Okay. Hey group, so I'm just checking in on you all to say I'll come back and bring you back into the main room whenever this time is expired. You guys can go and work on other things or finish your no rating, whatever you need to work on. Okay. All right. Good job. All right, so I'm back on the main call, which excellent. I just want to try that out, see what it's like. So with this group, I'm going to take you all over, and I should still be sharing my. Nope, let me share my screen. So for you all, we are going to go and look at. If you go to Civilization Creation Project, I'll take it back. I'm sorry. Get straight up here. If you go to the No Red Ink folder, the first thing we're going to do is we have two things to do. We're going to look at this Parts of Speech website, and then we're going to look at the Fanboys practices, okay? So the first thing is I want you to take in the Parts of Speech, and this website is going to be a resource that is there for you all going forward, because I'm noticing as I'm working with a few of you all, I'm like, which is the verb, which is the noun? You guys are struggling a little bit with knowing what those are. So this is a great website just to kind of like, if you're sitting there going, oh, what is a noun, what is a verb? Go and get back on this website and look over. But it basically takes 9 parts of speech. So for a long time they looked at there's 8 parts of speech, and some people say 9, some people say 10. So we're going to look at this website, which is EnglishClub.com, which looks at 9 parts of speech. But the big ones that you need to know is a verb is an action, okay? To have, like, work, sing, must. An example here is English Club is, so that's your verb, a website. I like English Club. So it's something you do, okay? So if it's something that you can say, I can do that, like I can like something, I can run, I can swing a bat, swing, okay? So those are verbs, okay? So we should know that, but just kind of bringing it back in. A noun is a thing, person, place, or thing, okay? These are examples: pen, dog, work, music, town, London, teacher, John. This is my dog. He lives in my house. We live in London. So if it is a person, a place, or a thing, then it is a noun, okay? And then adjective describes something. So good, big, red, well, interesting. If it describes a noun or describes something, then it is an adjective, okay? So my dogs are big. I like big dogs, okay? So a descriptor. So those are 3 main parts of speech, okay? And this is definitely a review for you all from middle school and maybe before, but we should know those. Determiners are a little less frequent, but they're kind of like adjectives in the fact that it kind of tells you and determines the noun. So it limits or determines the noun, like it can tell you how many or how far, something like that. So it can be like a apple, or an apple, it would be an apple. The dog, 2 pickles, some whatever. So I have 2 dogs and some rabbits. Those are determiners, okay? Adverbs are a little confusing, but they describe the verb, adjective or adverb, okay? So quickly, silently, well, badly, very, really. A lot of these end in ly, okay? My dog eats quickly. When he is very hungry, he eats really quickly, okay? So those are adverbs. Pronouns are replaces the noun, okay? So pronouns are like I, you, he, she, some. Tara is Indian. She is beautiful. Okay. Prepositions and conjunctions are the things we've been working with the last couple of weeks. And this week we're working with conjunctions, okay, specifically. But prepositions link a noun to another word. And the way I really break this one down is position, okay? It kind of helps you to understand the position of the noun in a way. Okay, to, at, after, on, but. So we went to school on Monday. So on is kind of the position. What day? Monday. Okay. Conjunction, and this is what we're dealing with fanboys, is it joins clauses or sentences or words, or as No Red Ink likes to put it, like complete thoughts. Okay. It joins these things together. And, but, when, I like dogs and I like cats. So those can be two different sentences on their own, or complete thoughts. I like dogs can be its own sentence, and I like cats can be its own sentence, but we can connect those with and, okay? I like cats and dogs. I like dogs, but I don't like cats. Then the last one is an interjection, which is a short exclamation, sometimes inserted to a word or sentence. Ouch. Hi. So like, ouch, that hurts. Hi, how are you? Well, I don't know, So this is a good reference for y'all to come back to. Now, what I really want y'all to see is the next part, okay? And this is building sentences, okay? And I think this is where you all struggle the most. I think you have a general understanding of parts of speech, and this is just a memorization thing. You have to work on it and recognizing them and recalling them. Now, as far as parts of speech go, here are some samples of sentences made from different parts of English. So this is what you need for a sentence. Now, you have these rare sentences where you just have a verb, which is kind of like a directive, like saying stop, okay? But what you really need is a noun and a verb. In these directives, like one-word sentences, the noun is assumed, okay? So if I'm yelling stop, the noun is anyone that hears me, okay? Or if I say go, it's whoever I'm talking to, okay? We're going to kind of ignore this right now. It's a little confusing. The big one here is the noun and verb, because you need a noun and a verb and a complete thought to have a sentence, okay? Noun, verb, and it has to be a complete thought, okay? So we can say John works because we have a noun, which is our subject, and we know what the subject is doing. They are working. Okay? And that's a complete thought. So John works, a noun and a verb. Now you can have longer sentences, and we can break down each of these words into their categories. So John is working. So John is our subject. What is John doing? He is what? He's working. John is working. Okay? We also can use pronouns, which provides more context to our noun, which is she loves animals. So we can have a pronoun, she, who is our subject, loves, our verb, animals. And we can go all the way down to really a lot longer words or sentences. She ran to the station quickly. Okay. Now we have a lot of like pronoun, verb, preposition, determiner, noun, adjective, but let's break it down into what makes it a sentence. Okay. Looking at this sentence right here. So what is the subject? Who or what are we talking about? Or who or what did something? I need someone to answer me. Who or what did something in this? Huh?
She.
She. I heard someone out there say she. And what did she do? She ran. Okay. So she ran. And then, where did they run? To the station quickly. That's a complete thought. So we have our subject or our noun and our verb. Okay. So pronoun can count as our noun. So she ran to the station quickly. Let's do another one. Okay. She likes big snakes, but I hate them. So who are we talking about here? She. Okay. And she what? Likes big snakes. Now we have a conjunction, which is a fanboy that we're using right now. And we're putting two complete thoughts together because we have another complete thought on the other side of our conjunction. Okay? On this side, who or what is our subject? I. And what is I doing? Hate. I hate them. Okay? So we're finding that subject, verb, complete thought. Okay? Everybody say that with me. Subject, verb, complete thought. One more time. Come on. Subject, verb, complete thought. I need energy. Subject, verb, complete thought. Okay? All right. So, we're not going to worry about words with more than one job. We're going to skip that for now. But what I want you to do is I want you to do the parts of speech quiz. This isn't for a grade. It's just for you to work out that muscle of what part of speech is it, okay? So let's take that parts of speech quiz. So click on that green. It's not for a grade. It's just a practice for you to see if you know, okay? So it's going to give you 10 questions. I don't think it gives us the same questions. So everybody in here should be clicking on that and trying to figure out what they are. And at the bottom, you can check your answers and it'll tell you if you're right or wrong. Okay? So take, let's say, 3 minutes. If you have questions online, let me know. I'm going to walk around the room. Go back. So you should be doing the practice quiz. We should get 100. We should get 100. Let's work on it. I'm going to need more time to take the quick quiz. Everybody's good? Need another minute? Okay. A minute? Okay. So take another minute to finish that quiz. Little practice quiz. let's look over these examples together. Or these questions together. So I want to hear from the class. So I bought a beautiful dress at the mall. Beautiful is an adjective. What did she ask you to do? What is she? Pronoun. I left my shoes under the kitchen table. What's under? Hold on, let me hear it. I hear it. Preposition. Is it preposition? Is that right? Yes, preposition. It tells us the position. Preposition tells us the position. That's how I remember that. If we finish our work quickly, we can go to the movies. Adverb. On Saturdays, I work from 9 to 5. Work. Verb. I want to go to a university in the United States. Noun. It's a place or a thing. I'm sure I've met your girlfriend before. Met. Verb. Well, I don't think I'll be home before 6. What's well? Interjection. Andy knocked on the door, but nobody answered. Conjunction. That's what we're working on this week. Fanboys. After lunch, let's go out for a coffee. Preposition. Checking our answers. 100. So this source is available to you. Use it. Go back and look at your parts of speech. And big thing, remember that we need a subject, a verb or a noun and a verb, and a complete thought to be a sentence. We have those three things. We have a complete sentence. So let's hop over to No Red Ink. And look at some examples. Now, in Echo, I do have all those practices available to you in your No Red Ink folder. You're looking at No Red Ink right now. In this Fanboys folder, you can see all the notes for Fanboys. I'll go ahead and open that up for you. And all the notes that I'm going to go over whenever we look at No Red Ink are in this section, okay? And actually, I'll show you from here. If you guys come over to the Google Meet, I'll show you from here. It'll be a little bit easier. It'll open up. So these fanboys are these conjunctions, okay? Coordinating conjunctions, or fanboys, join two complete thoughts into one sentence, okay? So again, we have this same situation where we have Luke will wash your car. So what is our subject in this first thought, this first complete thought? Guys, this is not rocket science. We just did this. What is our subject in this first section? Right here. Huh? Who is our subject? Luke. Luke did what? Wash your car. Okay? That's a complete thought. Second complete thought, what's our subject? I will find you the perfect air freshener. So, and our conjunction, we'll put those two together with a comma. Okay? Same thing for these sentences. Liam, our subject, wants, our verb, to go to get ice cream. But I'm in the mood for salad. Okay? So, conjunctions. So, the easy way to remember this is to look down and FANBOYS, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. And Miss Stockdale told me that she worked with a teacher that kind of said it like a march. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Those are fanboys. Here we go. I don't know if that's the same, but let's try that. Is that pretty close? Close enough. See? Stockdale's helping me out. So for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. These are fanboys. Here we go. So that's a good memorization technique to try that, okay? But those are going to be our conjunctions. So, using the conjunctions. Now, when they are not connecting two complete thoughts, you do not use a comma. You only use a comma when they're connecting complete thoughts or groups of three or more. We'll talk about that later. So here's an example where a conjunction is joining two subjects. Because we just talked about what's part of a sentence. We have subjects. Larry and Gary went to the musical together. So we have two subjects, Larry and Gary. Okay? So we need no comma. Okay? So example right down here, no comma. The barber or the dentist, two subjects, both or one of them left you a message yesterday. Another one is all the kittens and the puppies got adopted this weekend. So those are subjects that are being connected with coordinating conjunctions. Now you need a comma if you have two complete thoughts or two complete sentences that the conjunction is together. So I bought cupcakes for the party. That is a complete thought. What's our subject in that first section? Wyatt, thank you so much. I bought cupcakes for the party. So, what's the second subject? My sister made extra frosting. What's the subject in the second sentence? Sister. My sister is the subject, made extra frosting. Okay? So, there is a comma needed because it's two complete thoughts. So, get another example. So, here are four different things that it can connect. Okay? Sometimes and or are used to show that multiple verbs link to the same object. So in the top left here, we see compound subjects. So Mike or I, or Mike and I, may be late tomorrow. No comma. Compound verbs. We can also have this with verbs. I can't tell if Jane washed or cut her hair. So the subject in this sentence is Jane, and the verb Jane either washed or cut her hair. Okay? Compound objects. So objects are a little bit different. Okay? So subjects are the things that are doing something in a sentence. Okay? So subjects do something. Okay? Like in this sentence, they may be late. Okay? So subjects do something while objects have something done to them. Okay? So if we look down here on this compound objects, who's our subject in this sentence? Helen will buy fries or a milkshake. So who's our subject? Helen. Okay? Our objects are the thing that Helen's doing to something. Okay? So our subject is doing something to the object. So Helen will buy the objects fries or a milkshake. So that's how you tell the difference between a subject and an object. So let me say that again. A subject does the thing. The object has it done to them. Okay? Or to it. And then the last one is another example of complete thoughts. Get it out of the way. Is another example of complete thoughts. I'll buy a cake, complete thought, or Anne will get muffins. Okay? All right, so that will end our workshop for this. I'm going to let you guys have a little time working on No Red Ink individually. I'm going to bring our people back in. All right, so that should have brought everybody back together. And right now I'm going to give about 10 minutes because we took a long time doing that No Red Ink little catch-up workshop. So I'm going to give about 10 minutes independent work time. If you are done with No Red Ink, you all can go ahead and continue your work, and hopefully some of you have already done that. Continue your work with Assignment Civilization Religious Research Workshop. You need to be working on that. That we started yesterday. Okay, so about 10 minutes, and then we're going to be moving on. We're going to bring it back together here. So what I need you to do right now is I'm going to give you probably the next about 20 minutes to work on number 3, complete the Assignment Civilization Religious Research Workshop. And let me show you that really quick. That was what we worked on yesterday. And if you go into Civilization Materials, it's the Assignment Civilization Religious Research Workshop. We did the first one together. which was the Jewish faith, and you're using that BBC website. So just go down to the bottom, let it load. This website right here, this website, bbc.com, and you're just going in and kind of getting the basics. And so that you don't feel rushed, I need you to do Islam and Christianity, and I'll make kind of the, if you choose your own, I'll make that kind of an extra credit. So if you've already done it, I'll give you some extra credit for that, but you don't have to do it for this class, just so we can be pacing a little bit better. Extra credit optional. And if you already did it, great. I'll give you some extra points for that. If you haven't done it and you just want to do the first two, Islam and Christianity, give about 20 minutes to kind of go in and pull some information from there. Just looking for you to look at the websites, kind of look at those faiths and how they're similar and different. So I'm going to give you about 20 minutes for that. Okay. Now, before you dive head first into that, I want to show you what else we're doing today. And this is due by the next class. You have the rest of today to work on that and tomorrow to work on that. So kind of some work to continue on. That's benchmark 2. Okay. And it's pretty straightforward for benchmark 2. So everybody pause what they're working on for that last assignment. And I want you to look at this so that the people at home can kind of go and work on these things, and you're not sitting there on the Google Meet waiting for me to finish and go over it. But what you're going to do, yes. I mean, next class, Thursday, yes. So this is due by next class, which is Thursday. You can work on it today and tomorrow. It's due by next class, Thursday. It says due today, but you can do it by then. But for benchmark 2, you will research the religion of the ancient civilization that you have chosen, okay? And you will use the same civilization that you chose from benchmark 1. So you might have chosen the Vikings, you might have chosen the Greeks, you might have chosen ancient Japanese civilization, you might have chosen Mayans, whatever it was from benchmark 1 that you researched. You're going to continue that research, okay? And you're going to look specifically at their religion, okay? So open the template provided and submit the document and then follow the instructions. So let's look at this template together. So this is benchmark 2, and it's called Heroes, Civilization, Religious Research. So this is the civilization that you're going to kind of make your hero profile out of. So this is really important that you get some details from this. And this is the history or the facts that your hero is going to be based in, just like Odysseus was based in Greek mythology. Your hero is going to be based in your civilization's kind of religious beliefs, okay? So the first thing you need to put is your civilization, name your civilization. And then you're going to research the civilization's religion and report on your findings. This information will play a role in development of your character's morals and beliefs. So when you find a reputable website concerning the civilization's religion, copy and paste the website link here. You're welcome to use more than one website. So last assignment, you went and found a website about your civilization. If it had a lot of information on religion, then you can use that website again. But I hope that you can go out and find another one so you can just be diverse in your research. But let's say that I was looking at, let's do ancient Japanese religion. Okay, so I'm going to look that up. Now, a lot of y'all are doing Japan, or a number of you all are. Japan has a lot of different ancient dynasties. You don't have to find the specific one, but you can kind of pick one and focus on that. I'm not going to be really, really strict as long as you're looking at kind of a historical religion that they've looked at. I had another student say that they were researching Viking history. Jackson over here, he said, it says that they have lots of different religions and lots of different things. And I told him to focus on one of those and go deeper into that religion. So he's looking at like Norse gods and the Norse religion, okay? Norse mythology. So just dive into specific, you know, I'm not going to be like, oh, that's the wrong one you looked at. But as I look, kind of the first thing I pop up here is this webjapan.org, and it's talking about the belief came to be known as Shinto and was established as an official religion after Buddhism and Confucianism. Okay, so I can go in and look at any of those. You can look at Buddhism, you can look at Confucianism, you can look at Shinto. So I'm happy for you to dive into any of these, as long as you know you're kind of structuring this in fact for your hero. Okay, so it's okay for you to choose whichever one fits. Okay, so I'm flexible on that. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to create an MLA citation for that website. Okay, and that is, like we've practiced many times in this class so far, is where you find the author's name, the title of the short work, container title, publisher, day, month, year of the publication, and the website link. So that needs to go right here. That is very important. I am giving you a knowledge and thinking grade on that. So you need to make sure that is done. I'm going to actually bold it right here and underline it, because you need to make sure that you get that done. Okay? And then there's 5 simple questions where I'm just looking for a little bit of information to be pulled out of those websites. Okay, so the first one, what is the name of the religion? So you can just put the name of the religion right there. Is the religion monotheistic or polytheistic? And you should know the difference between monotheistic and polytheistic at this time. If you don't remember, look at your chem chart. You have the definitions on there. The third question says, what deities, gods, or prophets did the religion believe in? And I want their name and a short description. I'd say like 2 or 3. 1 is fine, but like if it's a polytheistic, many gods, many deities, prophets, then you need more than 1. Okay. And then what are the basic beliefs of the religion? Try to find like 2 beliefs of the religion. And then what is an image or symbol that's associated with the religion? You just copy and paste a picture of like their symbol, like Christianity is the cross, or Judaism is the Star of David. Okay, something like that can go into that box. Okay, so you have 2 assignments you need to finish by class coming back on Thursday, and it's benchmark 2, and it's in your on your to-do list here. The assignment, Civilization Religious Research, and the benchmark 2, Hero Civilization Research. Okay, get the first one done and then work on benchmark 2. So if you have any questions, I'll stay on the Google Meet. Otherwise, you still have 30 minutes left in class. Let's get number 3 done and then get started on benchmark 2. Thanks.